students, good morning. My name is P. Kiran Kumar. I am working as a school assistant at ZPH School, Budtanapalli. Now I teach defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. My video is quite useful to high school students. Relative clauses. Relative clauses are also known as adjective clauses. Relative clauses define or non-define the antecedent. Antecedent means which is placed before. Antecedent refers to the person or thing which we are talking about. Dear students, relative clauses are of two types. They are defining relative clause or identifying relative clause or restrictive relative clause. Second one, non-defining relative clause or non-restrictive relative clause or non-identifying relative clause. Dear students, let us now defining relative clause. Defining relative clause gives essential or important information about the antecedent or the person or thing which we are talking about. This clause defines or identifies the person or thing which we are talking about. If this clause is left out, the whole sentence will not make sense. Dear students, let us get through the examples of defining relative clause. First example, dogs that like cats are unusual. That like cats is defining relative clause. Strike out that one and read out the whole sentence. Dogs are unusual. The very question follows my statement, sir, which dogs are unusual? Then I have to incorporate defining relative clause that like cats. Dogs that like cats are unusual. Second example, the woman who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark. Who taught him surfing is defining relative clause. Strike out and read out the sentence. The woman had been bitten by a shark. Which woman? Your mother, my mother, your aunt, or my aunt? No. The woman, sir, the very question follows my statement, sir, which woman had been bitten by a shark? Now I have to incorporate defining relative clause. The woman who taught him surfing had been bitten by a shark. Third example, the man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner. Easily you can identify defining relative clause. Who takes away another man's freedom is defining relative clause. Dear students, by these examples it is crystal clear that defining relative clause gives essential or important information. These clauses are not separated by commas or parentheses. Dear students, let us know what is non-defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause gives non-essential or extra or more or additional information about the person or thing we are talking about. These clauses are separated from the sentence by commas or parentheses. Though this clause is left out, the sentence makes complete sense. Dear students, let us get through the examples of non-defining relative clause. First example, Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electric wheelchair for mobility. who was teased and bullied is a non-defining relative clause. Strike out and read out the sentence. Nick had an electric wheelchair for mobility. It gives complete sense. No need to incorporate NDRC, who was teased and bullied. Second example. Napoleon, who won French honor, died at St. Helena. Who won French honor is a non-defining relative clause. Strike out and read out the sentence. Napoleon died at St. Helena. No need to incorporate non-defining relative clause, who won French honor. Napoleon died at St. Helena gives complete sense. Third example. His mother, who lives in Paris, his mother, who is 86, lives in Paris. His mother, who is 86, lives in Paris. Who is 86 is non-defining relative clause. Strike out and read out the sentence. His mother lives in Paris. It gives complete information. Sir, it is crystal clear. Non-defining relative clause gives non-essential or more or additional or extra information. Dear students, there is one thing common between defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause, that is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun functions as conjunction and pronoun. Relative pronoun functions as conjunction and pronoun. So, it is known as conjunctive pronoun. Let us go through the examples of relative pronoun or conjunctive pronoun. First one, who are, whom are, whose refers to people. Who is used as subjective case, whom is used as objective case, whose is used as possessive case. Which refers to animals and objects. That refers to people, animals and things. Dear students, now I shall hold an exercise for you. Combine the following pairs of sentences using relative pronouns. Remember dear students, we have to place relative pronouns after antecedent. First one, the boy solved the puzzle. He was praised by the teacher. Who? The answer is the boy who solved the puzzle was praised by the teacher. Second one, this is the house. Jack built it. We have to combine those sentences with that. Antecedent is house. This is the house that Jack built. Third one, he tells lies. He deserves to be punished. He who tells lies deserves to be punished. Fourth one, bring me the file. The file is on the table. We have to combine those sentences with that. Bring me the file that is on the table. Fifth one, the parcel reached me this morning. My brother sent it. The parcel that my brother sent reached me this morning. Dear students, you have to take screenshot and do this exercise. It is for you. Attempt it and share the answers to your English teachers. Dear students, so far I have explained defining relative clause, non-defining relative clause. The common thing is a relative pronoun or conjunctive pronoun. I hope you like this video. Drop a like, share and subscribe to my channel by tapping the bell icon. Thank you friends. Thank you one and all.